The most dreaded thing on this earth is job interviews. So let's talk about them. In this video, I'm going to share how to impress the interviewer that will help you in landing a good job. Also, I have an interesting giveaway in the end, so be ready to take notes. I have divided this video into 4 sections. Firstly, I'll talk about how to deal with the interview nervousness. Happens. Then a few pointers on what to keep in mind while giving the interview. Next, we'll talk about how to tackle the culture fit section. And lastly, the follow-up process. So let's get going. So let's begin with nervousness. Dress well, reach before time, research about the company, maintain your body language. These are a few tips that you already know. Yes or no? You know this, right? You have done everything right, but still you have those butterflies in the stomach. Happens. Every time I have to deliver a speech, I feel nervous before going on stage. In the same manner, interview anxiety is common, is real. And today, I'm going to share a technique with you that will help in dealing with anxiety. I would call it as a warrior technique. Come again. I would call it as warrior technique. Before going into the war, the warriors prepared themselves for every situation. Come what may. Do the same. Prepare yourself for the worst means preparing for situations that might happen and can ruin your interview. Let me share a few examples with you. What if my mind turns blank when the interview starts? So for the situation like this, prepare for the first question of the interview. In most cases it is, tell me something about yourself. Always remember this question is about your skills and work. This is one of the simplest questions to answer. A sample answer to this question can be, when I was pursuing journalism from Delhi University, I started writing for the college magazine and realized that I enjoy it. So to take my passion forward, I interned with a local newspaper and used to help the senior writers with research, bite content and packaging. During the internship, I discovered that I love to write about travel and films. Then, as a hobby, I started my personal blog where I share my thoughts on upcoming film releases, reviews and my travel experiences. It helped me understand my writing style. As I have thought about my next steps, I'd love to chance to dig in much deeper and contribute to building a great community with your organization, which is why I'm so excited to work over here. Use format like this, a story format to give answers. Stories create impact, yes or no? Instead of, hi, my name is Divas and I am from Dehradun. I love to do this. What? Playing, no, reading books and listening to music. Come on, don't you dare say that answer. Use stories to give answers. Stories create an amazing impact. I have created a separate video on this. You can go and check that as well. When the interview starts on a good note, then there are high chances that it will go smoothly. Now, what if I'm not able to answer the technical questions? Devas, what do I do? If they ask me a technical question, I have no answer to it. I'll go blank. I'll feel nervous. I cannot do it. Well, you can deal with such situations in this manner. So that's a great question. And I'm not sure I have the answer to that right now, but it's something that I'm interested in learning more about. Would it be all right if I figured out the answer and send it to you after the interview? Interviewers appreciate honesty. Repeat after me. Interviewers appreciate honesty. Now you might think, Devas, all this is fine, but what if I'm not able to speak in English? What do I do? Switch to your mother tongue. If the recruiter is also comfortable with the language, switch to your mother tongue, no challenge. The ultimate agenda is to communicate. Imagine situations where things can go wrong. Prepare yourself for it, and then you will know how to handle them. This is how you overcome the nervousness of the interview. Now, the question is, what should you do to impress the interviewer? Think about it. What you should do to impress the interviewer. First is to listen to the interview. I have 2 tips for you, and the first is to listen to the interviewer carefully. See, after you have shared the brief about the work experience, the interviewer will ask the real interview questions. And one mistake that most of the candidates make is they answer the questions without listening. Sometimes you are so excited to share about your projects and about your work experience that you might end up giving a wrong answer. And one wrong answer and the interviewer ends there. Listen actively. Take a pause, curate the answer in your head, and then answer. Interviewers love candidates who think before answering the question. Interviews are not given in a rush. So relax, take a deep breath, smile, and then proceed. Make sense? The second one is excite the organization to hire you. Yes, you heard me right. Excite the organization to hire you. How? See, the job market is getting too competitive. Agree? You need to stand out, because hiring is not just getting the best talent on board, but also about hiring people who are the most skilled problem solvers. How can you play that part? And that's where the hiring manager is interested in. So when you research about the company, yes, not just browse their website, but also check their products, their apps, their services that they offer. This will help you understand the work and the organization better. Let's say you apply for the position of content writer and you will write blogs. Now, during the interview, suggest ways to improve the retention rate of the blog. How you can improve the SEO that the articles appear on the front page of Google. Give innovative and easy to execute solutions to the problem. The hiring manager will remember you for sure. This will also help them to understand your skills better, and plus it will show that you're truly interested in the role. See, understand the vision of the company and how you can contribute to it. After checking the technical skills and knowledge, the manager checks whether you are culture fit or not. Even when Google hires, this is one of the most important rounds, and they call it as Googliness round. Yes, you heard that right. It's called as Googliness round. And they define it as a mashup of passion and drive. And that's hard to define, but easy to spot. Sounds interesting? Basically, someone who can fit into its unique culture, they're looking for that person. It's always better to research about the culture of the organization. In this round, the interviewer asks you behavioral questions, and the best way to answer is using the twinkle, twinkle, little star. Yes, using the STAR technique. Now, STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. It's an acronym that stands for situation, task, action, and result. Clear? What do? You describe a situation, challenge, or event that you faced or that you went through. And then what role did you play and the action you took in dealing with the situation. And lastly, what result you achieved through your action. Simple. STAR. Give compelling and concrete examples with facts and figures to back it up. It will help them to really understand what you are capable of. And before we proceed to the last segment of this video, let me share a pro tip for you. Do you have any questions for me? No. When we ask this question, or when the HR asks you the question that, hey, do you have any questions for me? And you say, no, sir, I don't have any questions. Never do this. Never do this. Asking a good question is an art. And this is an opportunity for you to impress the hiring manager. I'm sharing 3 sample questions that you can ask. Something like, what do the day-to-day responsibilities of the day look like? Or are there any opportunities for professional development? Or you can even ask something as simple as, who would I be reporting to? You can also pick something from the interview conversation. Make sense? I have created a detailed video on it. You can check it out. The link is here somewhere around. Go and check it out, because this will give you a fair idea on what to ask. And the last segment, how to follow up after the interview. Yes, this is the trickiest part when you hunt for a job. Most of the candidates do not follow up with the HR, and sometimes those who do end up getting ghosted. Not that ghost. Let me explain what does ghosting mean. Getting ghosted after an interview refers to a situation where a potential employer or hiring manager completely stops communicating with you after conducting an interview. Has it happened? Oh yes, ghost! This happens a lot, and it's the worst situation. So when the interview ends, drop a message to the HR and thank them for aligning the interview. Inquire for the next step. Ask for a specific timeline and follow up on the day. If the HR doesn't give you a timeline, then you can drop an email after 2 days and check the status. You can structure the email something like this. Firstly, thank the hiring manager for their time. Keep it short and sweet. Mention one specific thing about the interview or what you learned about their organization. And finally, mention how much you're looking forward to hearing from them. This was a complete guide to cracking an interview. And that's all for today's video. I tried to cover each and every aspect of an interview. I hope you found it helpful. Yes. And oh, wait. There is a giveaway, as I had promised. So to help you in cracking the interviews for your dream company, I will be hosting a giveaway session where I'll have a group call with 10 lucky winners. 10 lucky winners! I'll answer their interview linked questions. Whatever question you have around interview, I'll be answering those questions for you. All you have to do is comment down and let me know which of the tips you liked the most and one of the biggest challenge you faced while giving an interview. The winners will be announced on the community tab page. Keep an eye on it. Also, we share some interesting content on building communication skills. Do not miss that. All the other relevant details are in the description box. Go and check it out. Till then, stay awesome, stay productive.